I don't want to really focus on the fact that the lighting is bad. I only feel like filming whenever it's like late in the night because it's actually 1 a.m. right now. I cannot make it up. I cannot make that shit up. That's when I genuinely am in tune to actually talk. Besides, I was really about to go to bed. I'm like, do I really want to record this video on the day that I'm gonna post this video? I'm like, hell no. Okay. Earlier today, I was just tearing up because I felt like, oh, like I feel like and I felt like there's literally nobody that I can talk to that literally understands me. I can't like literally nobody, and most of the time that's why I'm always like keeping my thoughts to myself, and it's usually hard because sometimes I wish I have just one person, one physical person that I could literally like relate my problems to, not my problems, but I could actually have that connection with aside God. Because I can't even make it up. Like if I'm going through one thing like this, like I don't genuinely have anybody I can actually tell, because it's like it's either I'm misunderstood or people don't just get it, or like I just feel bad for even opening up at the end of the day. And why is that? Even to like my relations is that bad. And today I was like, I heard out a particular thing that's been on my mind, and that's just been like really bothering me to a relation, right? And to a relative. Why do I keep saying relation? Anyway, and I felt bad immediately I opened up. I don't know why. Is that what they call hyper independence? But whenever I tell God, I feel like it's like there's this burden lifted up my chest, but at the same time, it's like God is literally the only person I can talk to. So whilst I was actually tearing up, and I'm like, why can't I have genuine connection with anybody? Okay, like why? I can't even tell you what I am feeling like, because you don't think like me, you don't see like me, you don't even feel the things that I feel. So I feel like how then am I going to make a connection, or how then am I going to relate things that are inside me to somebody else if they don't even see the way I see things? They don't even see the way I see myself. Do you understand? So something that I've learned over time is just talking to myself or talking to God or reading the scriptures. Like that's what I've been on. But it don't eh? like like honestly I need to be fucking for real. Like anyway, whilst I was tearing up, I was telling God that like I can feel some sense of responsibility on my neck, but at the same time I don't even know what it is, if that makes sense. And I just there telling God to make it easy for me, because number one, I don't have somebody that I can talk to that truly understands me. It's one thing to actually talk to somebody, it's one thing to actually be yourself like authentically with someone, and the person just gets you, the person sees you, the person hears you, the person understands you, the person is just not hearing you, the person is listening. Okay, things like that these days, now only by connection. I was just there telling God that, oh, like why am I going through this stuff? Like yesterday I was trying to make a TikTok video, but I was looking a mess, so I didn't even post that video. I was talking about how I was already job searching, I was job hunting, and if you watched my previous video, I told you about how I wanted to start video editing and everything. So I started looking on LinkedIn for like job searches and like things like that I could do, because I felt like what's the point of trying to be creative, or what's the point in having such creativity or such like ease when it comes to really great communication skill, great conversation skill, intellectually stimulating conversations, marketing skill, creative ideas. What's the point of having all those things in my head that comes naturally to me if I have nowhere to implement it? It makes no sense to me. So I was searching through LinkedIn, but you guys, this is the only place I can talk to, because I feel like I'm literally talking to myself. I literally have 0 people viewing me. Like I literally have nobody watching my channel. Anyway, I was not like saying that let me start searching, job searching, because you guys, I didn't go for NYSC this January, right? So today is 28th January 2011, right? I didn't go for my service January till April, so I was already saying like I can't stay at home until like April. Like what will I be doing? Because obviously like I need money, like I need some sort of income, like I just need money, like please be for real. So I was just like thinking to myself, 2 a.m. now. It's always 2 a.m., 1 a.m., 3 a.m. If you're awake, all of a sudden you want to reset your life. I don't know if you can actually relate. What's it called? I look pretty stuff. Even with my pimples. This one is due to Jekujero. Anyway, what was I saying again? Okay, I was applying for jobs on LinkedIn, even though I couldn't even apply to so many because it said that they wanted full time, some people didn't want remote, some people wanted remote but needed like some weird ass requirements that literally clearly that I don't have. So I'm like, where can I actually showcase whatever it is that I need? Like, and I started to feel like something was wrong with me. Trust me, coming from a 21-year-old with no experience that is willing to actually go into the experience, because now it's not like I don't even want to work. There is just no job. Or am I not searching enough? Anyway, I was just like yesterday, I was just like thinking, God, please just make things easy for me. Sometimes I just want to pray for things and it just happened to me ground. Just say, God, make it easy for me. Like, I want to start a video editing for people. Like, and I don't mind international clients. I don't mind international clients because I see people do it for them and it's so easy, and I'm like, wait, shit, I could do this. I could even do it better. Like, do you understand? I might not put so much effort in my videos because I always feel like I don't have anywhere I'm going to. There's barely anything I'm doing. I do the same shit every day. So it's like, why am I recording like that? Even though it doesn't matter, but at the same time, I'm just like weirded out. Like, there's nothing to record. When it's time for me to start vlogging, I think I will. But later I got hungry. Whenever I wasn't hungry, let me just say I was anxiously hungry. You know, like when you're going through something, when you're overstimulated, that all of a sudden you feel like you need something to like bring down yourself or make you feel like emotional eating. Exactly, that's the word, right? That was what I felt. I decided to make yam. So whilst making yam, I've started feeling like, wait, though, the only struggle me I have like this is with myself. And that's like saying, people have different form of struggles. Though. Like, in my struggle, what I'm struggling with is even important. Is what is God trying to, make do of my life? Because let me tell you, whilst I was job hunting and trying to apply for jobs, and I feel deep in my heart, it's like I can't even tell anybody this because people will be looking at you like you're delusional. You don't know what Nigeria is saying, But then I feel like my life is meant to be easy. Like, for real, like, actually watch it. Like, I can't lie. I feel like my life is meant to be easy. Like, anything that is for me is going to come to me. Like, it's literally meant to come to me like smoothly. I don't believe like I have to suffer, and I feel like I have a lot to do than to settle for mediocre. Does that make sense? It's like, whilst I was job hunting, I felt it in my heart that I was not doing what I needed to do. And if you ask me what am I meant to do, I'll tell you, is this content creation. So most of the time, like, I'm not in the mood. I'm moody all the time. It's like I have too much ideas to do, and like I get overstimulated, overwhelmed, and I just double down to zero. Like, I don't just bother to do anything because I'm like overstimulating. Like, sorry, I'm overstimulated, but of course I'm working on that. I am working on that, right? I was now hearing, like, be for real. Number one, I said I want to be a content creator, and the main reason why I was jump hunting is, before I actually make it big, because right now I have like 2 subscribers on here, I have 0 people watching me, but I feel like I'm on the right track in my life. But then again, I feel like I need to start making money. Please be for real. Like, as a fan girl, I need to start making money and doing some sort of things that, some sort of motion that's going to like pay me financially and everything. But then I just feel like it's content creation that I'm meant to be doing, meant to be impacting, right? Even though I've not gotten to where I think I need to be yet, right? But at the same time, I feel like this is what I'm meant to be doing. So once I was cutting the yam yesterday, I was just like, hey, Chimobi, like, what will I now do? I just feel like I'm meant for more. Do you understand? So I now thought about how I shouldn't make the fact that I'm struggling with something make me less than I am. Like, do you understand? Like, now the fact that I was job hunting and it didn't come easy to me, that doesn't make me less than I am. Now watch it. It appeared to me that everybody have different struggles in this life, okay? And it's better for you to not double down on your own, because let me tell you, somebody's struggle is the same one as your struggle, okay? Because you struggle to guide you, to get you. Struggle is struggle, okay? You could be struggling mentally and somebody is struggling physically. You could be struggling emotionally and somebody is struggling psychologically. You can be struggling binge eating or bad habits or self negativity, and somebody is suffering with sickness, okay? Some people can be suffering from mental illness, and some people are suffering from mental health, okay? Because you struggle, though, you have to see struggle at the end of the day. Now listen to me. Struggling. I'm talking about struggles. Beauty. I wasn't like, oh, yeah. I wasn't like, should I need to struggle? But I felt like, But God said that like we should ask and it will be given unto us. You know, like I feel like when you ask God for things, He gives it to you. Like it makes it easy for you. He gives it to you, and whatever you're meant to be doing, He shows you the way, right? And I'm like, maybe I'm not so driven. Trust me, I'm too driven. Anything where anybody is hard, where they are driven, I'm up anytime, any day. Not like I'm not driven, but I just feel like I need to do something that's really fulfilling to my spirit. Okay, like I want money, I won't lie, okay? Me that I like fine things, blood of Jesus. Like I want to be rich, like I want to be able to afford the things that I want when I want it and everything. Like I want that so bad for myself. But at the same time, I feel like I want to do something fulfilling too. Something that is going to make me who I am. Something that is going to keep me fulfilled. Okay, it's one thing to be making money and buying everything you want to do with no sort of core. Like, you know, you don't have anything that is keeping you going. Do you understand? You're just there. You're just doing things because of, you want to survive. I don't want to live on survival, if that makes sense. Do I sound delusional? I want to do something that I genuinely feel purposeful towards. Like I want to do something that literally fulfills my heart, right? So I was not like, does that have to come with struggles? Or am I not struggling enough? Or do I need to struggle on? Or is it because, like, you know, of course, people's backgrounds are different, and definitely maybe because I haven't like literally worked a day before. I feel like taba wulo for real. I hear you on the manual. This life doesn't have a manual. Everything a mindset. Doesn't mean like my life wouldn't turn out well. Doesn't mean I have to struggle to be able to get to where I want. And I'm like, okay, mindset. So I was not wondering the story of Moses, right? Let's look at it, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's all about making the purpose of God, or making your life purpose that of God. Do you understand? Like making it in alignment of what God has actually proposed for your life. Do you understand? So I'm like saying, like my passion is to create, my passion is to impact. Okay, I don't even know about this YouTube thing and like, you know, TikTok and Instagram thing. Honestly, I don't know about it, but I feel like that's what I've always wanted to be as a kid. Do you understand? Like in front of like the screen or something, even though the vision wasn't clear at the time, the vision is still visualizing, if that makes sense, right? But I feel like there's some sort of thing I need to do, you know, like before you get there, before you get like a big break, you're meant to like do something for experience, right? So I was not like saying, God, in the midst of making yam, in the midst of cutting yam, Biko, Spirit started telling me that, look at Moses, be fucking for real. Moses grew up in the palace. Do you know what it means to grow up in the palace? As per Taba but in Moses down. Like let's be for real and let's be very lampard. Okay, but in Moses now, Moses didn't work in a day in his life. Like it was actually groomed in the palace. So like he was rich. It was rich, but that didn't mean that the purpose of his life was in the palace. Now watch me. Moses, the fact that he was rich, he didn't have to work a day. Obviously, he had servants. What do you mean now? Palace, definitely. Everything was made available to him, right? Did not mean that Moses did not have his own struggles. And the fact his own struggles was like that doesn't make it any lesser than whatever any other person faced in the Bible too. Does that make sense? I don't know if I'm making sense. What I'm trying to say, the fact that Moses struggled in a particular way doesn't make it lesser than how somebody else is struggling. Do you understand? Now watch me. Moses grew up rich, right? He didn't grow up rich, he was groomed rich. Yeah, he grew up rich, right? He was groomed rich, everything was made available to him. But Moses still struggled. Moses struggled with speech impediment. Moses struggled with clarity. Moses struggled with what's it called? This thing, if you don't believe in yourself. What's that word? All of a sudden, I can't speak English again. Wait, what? Okay. Moses struggled with unsurety. Moses struggled with himself. Moses struggled with anxiety. Moses had a lot of things he was worried about, okay? But God constantly showed him because God saw the bigger picture. Moses didn't have to walk, didn't have to do something, because I felt like his life was already predestined. Do you get like nǹkan tó máa ṣe ló máa ṣe what God had already predestined for him was what was eventually going to happen, okay? And Moses struggled, but the fact that Moses didn't struggle with hard work, that doesn't make Moses' struggles any lesser. Now watch me. Look at Joseph's story as well. Like Joseph was a seer, right? He struggled obviously because of the gift placed on him. Like obviously his brothers envied him a lot, and he struggled because from one loophole he kept entering another loophole and another. So it was such an emotional. Joseph struggled with a lot of emotional roller coaster. Let's not even make it up, right? So I was not like saying that okay, and at the end of the day, he was able to get to the king's palace. He was able to fulfill God's purpose for his life and what God was trying to make do of his own life. So and I connected it to my life that why do I feel like I need to actively be doing something for it to make it look like like my life is moving in a particular place. Now trust me, I feel like it's not because I'm struggling, but I already struggle. I already struggle with mental health. I already struggle with emotional roller coasters. You guys, I'm so emotional. My mental health is like this. Every day is like it's like me myself. I'm my biggest up. Do you understand? Like I'm my biggest hope. I'm struggling as well. I can't lie. Every day I come out, I'm smiling because it's like I don't know. I just feel like nobody gets me anyway. It's better for me to be a source of joy to somebody else. Do you understand? Like, like how many do you want to like tell somebody? How many do you want to like? Do you understand? So it's like it's very to be a source of joy in times and in the midst of everything, right? So I was not like gaslighting myself yesterday that maybe I need some sort of work, I need some sort of thing. But then I just realized that beauty, what do you want? What do you aspire for? What is in your heart? What do you want to become? What is burning in your heart? Like I say in your heart. Like what is that thing that you're holding on to? Yeah, I might feel like it's nothing because I only know it for myself, and I only know it because I feel like God put it in my heart. Because you cannot tell me the fact that I have such high desires, I want to achieve so much, but everything is here. Is it a must for me to put it in the physical realm? Sorry, is it for me to put it physically for me to now feel like, oh yes, I'm actually doing something? No. Be yourself, you're in a haste to actually make something do of yourself. And obviously I don't even blame myself, because looking at my own situation and how I grew up and how I am as a person, I always feel the constant need to move to a better place, fulfill my lifelong dream, just start operating in who God wants me to be or what I want to be as well, working on my dream. The vision is clear for me, but I don't just know when it will click. I feel like, honestly, this is where I'm going to literally be at. This is where I'm going to make the most money. This is where I'm going to see my breakthrough. This is where I feel like that. But it doesn't necessarily mean that's how it's going to be. So I was already looking for temporary situations, but it was so hard. And I feel like, why is life so hard like that? Is it meant to be that hard? Anyway, the point of my video today is we all have different battles to fight. Okay, the fact that you're fighting something, or the fact that somebody else is fighting something, somebody else's fight looks so vigorous than yours. Trust me, we all have what to fight. The fact that I'm not working physically now to be able to get what I want doesn't mean I'm already not working. I'm already struggling mentally, emotionally, spiritually, mentally. Like I'm already struggling with a lot of things, and that as well is still struggle still. And the biggest struggle is mental struggle. Don't let anybody tell you. It's one thing to be doing things physically, you don't even feel that when you're done now, you go and sleep, you're okay. But you see mental struggle, it's just a different kind of vibe. Like I cannot even make it up. Those that just can relate, can just relate. Okay, so this video is about how we all struggle differently, okay? But at the end of the day, let's keep our eyes on what the price, knowing fully well that it might not make sense now. Even myself yesterday, even today, I was still telling myself, what the fuck am I doing? Like, what exactly am I doing? Because I'm like, I don't want to be in a rush, but at the same time I need to be in a rush. But at the same time there's no time. But at the same time there's time. But at the same time, like, where am I meant to be at? Like, do you understand? Anyway, if you're watching this video and you can relate to me, I want you to know that let's give it time, okay? Let's give it time. Because at the end of the day, look at the journey of Moses and look at the journey of Joseph and other people it is that you might know in the Bible. It's like they went through different kind of struggles, but at the same time, something still happened for them at the end. Everything made sense at the end. Because that's what I'm holding on to. Because now, I'm not trying to say I'm not going to work, or if a chance comes up like, oh, like I need to work, and Of course, I'll be grabbing it because I know I'm capable of working. Hello. It's just that I don't just know where to implement those ideas yet. So I just pray God just, call on me try me bush okay? That when everything feels right, I feel right. And whenever I feel right, everything feels right. Okay? When you feel right, everything feels right. When everything feels right, you feel right. Anyway, subscribe to my channel. See you guys on Thursday. Okay? Bye. Toodles.